Hi guys, it's Nicole Jones from the British Show Jumper and I'm about to go live with my webinar. There's been a few problems with the GoToWebinar, so I've directed everyone back onto the Facebook Live. So if you're just joining us, we're going to be talking about the 5 things to implement to keep riding fit and also to lose weight, because a lot of riders don't know. So I'm just going to be going through those things with you. If you have any questions, then pop them in the box below. What I've got is some questions that people have asked before, which I'm going to answer, and then if there's any ones below, what I'll try and do is go through them, so you can always direct message me as well. So I'm just going to get everything set up so we're ready to go, and hopefully you'll be able to see my computer screen, because normally I just screen share. There we go. All right, guys, so we're just getting ready to start. So if you can see me and hear me okay, just pop in the comments box below. We're going to get started in just a sec. Lovely, and we're going to be talking about the 5 things to implement to get riding fit and lose weight. I think I've lost power. Hang on a sec. Let me just see if I've got a charger. So what kind of things, guys, do you struggle with? Do you find it difficult to lose weight? What have you tried? What sort of fad diets? We're going to be talking a lot about fad diets and how they're a complete waste of time and how we kind of get around that. So I'm just plugging in, guys, because I think I'm a little bit low on battery. So we'll just wait for a couple more people to come on. Just tell us a little about yourself in the comments box, and sort of share it if you want, if you think this might be interesting for other people. So we're going to be talking about the 5 things to implement to get riding fit and to help lose weight. And this is really, it'd be interesting to see people from sort of different areas, whether you're eventing, whether you're show jumping, whether you're dressage, what kind of things that you're interested in and how this sort of applies to different disciplines. Lovely, so I can see a few more people popping on now, which is great. Just put a little comment below of what your horse is, what sort of things you're interested in, if you have a horse, what struggles you have, or whether you're riding fit. And I'm going to get ready to go in about a minute. Sorry that we're starting a bit late. I had a few problems with the GoToWebinar, but we should be starting soon. Right then, guys, so we're going to start now. So the British Show Jumper, 5 things to implement to get riding fit and lose weight, is something I've been wanting to do for quite a long time. So it's probably good to know who am I, and my name's Nicole Jones, aka the British Show Jumper. I've got a physiotherapy degree. I did 2 years postgraduate in vet physio. I was a head physio of Bristol Ladies Premiership Rugby for 2 years. I'm an aspiring rider. Absolutely love animals, love health and fitness, and love helping people to achieve their goals. And so hopefully I'll be able to bring some of those skills to help you know what you might have been doing wrong and how to progress with your horse and your fitness. So why this particular webinar? Well, I often get people direct messaging me. I've got a lot of experience with patients who want to lose weight, but quite often in the horsey world, there seems to be 2 sort of extremes of people. You've got the people who are really, really super fit, and then you've got the kind of average Joes like myself who want to lose weight, but perhaps don't always know the strategies, the best way to do that. They know that it can make a benefit to their horse, but again, they're just finding it difficult to find time, or they don't know the type of exercise that they want to do. So really this webinar is going to be helping you to understand what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. So my mission, guys, is I want to help create 100 riders that succeed at BSJ, BD and BE level, and I want them to feel comfortable and confident in their own skin. And this is something that I struggled with before, and so I really, really want to help you with that. And so this webinar, I am talking to the average Joe, but really the type of people that follow the British Show Jumper, they tend to be, you know, aspiring riders, so people who really are committed to making a difference to their riding, to their horse, and looking to sort of discover success. So not kind of the people who are just happy hackers, but the people who want more than that, the people who want to succeed and hopefully win at competition level as well. So my question to you is, would you want to be one of those people that is succeeding at that kind of level, at that amateur level of BSJ, not necessarily up to international, but just so that you can sort of say that you're at a decent level of competition, and then be able to push yourself to that next level once you've sort of consolidated your knowledge. So what makes this different from other webinars about losing weight? You have probably seen hundreds and hundreds of articles. There is such a bombardment in the media over in the UK about fad diets, and it drives me absolutely potty as a physiotherapist because it's not sustainable. And so what I'm going to be doing is teaching you very simple strategies, not difficult ones, but little secrets that you can just implement into your day every single day to help stay focused and help you to lose a little bit of weight, but also the specific rider fitness. So people don't really understand the relationship between, for example, your hip abductors. So those are the muscles that pull the leg outwards. In riders, we get really, really strong in the adductors, which are on the inside of the leg, and that causes a misbalance. That often will make it much more tight around the hip. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that. So, and I'm just going to let you inside of my life really and give you a bit of an idea. So you probably have maybe seen me, you may not have seen me at all, but I have Instagram, I've got a YouTube channel, I've got a blog, and I'm quite new to this, guys. I started all of the social media stuff 8 months ago, and it was really because I realised that I can help so many more people if I reach out to people this way, and as a physio, I'm helping people every single day. And I was like, well, I'm passionate about horses, I'm passionate about physio and helping people in that respect. So why not combine the two? So unlike most gurus and online experts, I'm actually applying these strategies in my life every day and in my business and in my life, and I want to share that with you. So in the business, I have 4 physiotherapy clinics. I've been spending the last 10 years sort of growing those and being out of the riding sort of space and coming back into it. I realised I've learned all of these skills which can be applied to having success in the equestrian field as well. And I want to just share with you everything that I've learned so that you can use those too. And do you like giveaways, guys? I'm going to be giving away something at the end of the webinar. So if you're the sort of person who's going to sit and actually watch and take this content in, that's really, really important. And this is the point, guys, that if you're watching this and you're a bit distracted, you're not going to get anything out of this if you're on your phone or if you're sort of listening to me in the background but you're doing something else. Try and concentrate, because even if you learn one thing that helps you out of this webinar, which could be to do with being an aspiring rider, it could be to do with losing weight. Some people aren't concerned about losing weight. Some people it's much more about the strength and conditioning, the flexibility. But if you're distracted, you're going to miss that point, and just having that one thing can make a massive difference to your riding and your success. So why is this webinar important to me? So this is what I used to look like, which is quite embarrassing, and it's hard to look at these pictures because at this time in my life I didn't think I was overweight. So you can see me, I'm the far right on the left hand picture, and then I'm the far right on the right hand picture, and you can see lots of bruises on my arm as well from my rugby days. But this was a period of my life where I was training 6 to 7 days a week. On a Wednesday I was actually doing 3 hours of coaching for lacrosse, and then I was doing like 2 hours rugby. So I was doing massive amounts of exercise, and I couldn't understand why I wasn't able to lose weight. And so I'm going to just reveal some of that stuff for you. And it is hard to look back at that now, because I feel so much better in myself now. And a huge proportion of that was lifestyle and the choices that I was making at that time. So I'm just like you in a way. I started out my riding career when I was pretty young. Some people come into it a bit later. Had an amazing experience when I was younger with BSJ ponies, so I was jumping a lot. We had some level of success with that, had a really, really good coach and trainer at that period of time. And then I sort of went on to start my practices. I studied physiotherapy. I sold my horse at age 18, and then started my career of trying to build this sort of empire of physio clinics. And I stepped away from the horse space. I was working sort of 60-hour weeks, and then tried to sort of carry on with that. But it was getting to a point probably about 8 months ago where I just couldn't do it anymore. I missed the riding, I missed the structure, and so I just sat down with my other half. And I said, look, I want to move to Devon, I want to change, I want to start a new practice down there. It was almost my dream to have a rehab centre down here. And I thought, right, this is the time to go and get a horse. So I went to my old riding instructor and I said, look, I've got 1,500 quid, I haven't got very much money, but is there anything that you can give me? And she said to me, oh, well, we've got this thing in the back field. It's been in foal, I can stick it in foal for you if you like. And I said, actually, I want to ride it, you know, have an opportunity before I start having kids to really get back into riding. And so that's where it all started. I've done a lot of things right in getting back into horse riding and a lot of fitness, and then I've done a lot of things wrong as well. So I'm in quite a good position to be able to, rather than you spending all the time trying to work out what's the right thing, what's the wrong thing, hopefully I'm going to be able to guide you in a much quicker route with a lot less pain and a lot less hassle. So in the beginning it was pretty horrendous. So when I brought Rio back into work, I had her down in Devon. So it was very, very funny the day that we went to pick. So we decided to move house, move the horse all on the same day. So I met my dad on the M5 and followed him down at 30 miles an hour because he'd never driven a lorry before. And we got Rio settled into her new home. And so for the first couple of weeks, I thought, oh, okay, well, you know, I'm just a little bit rusty. But it soon became apparent that Rio was very, very difficult. So I had a lot of problems trying to get onto her. I had a lot of problems with her bucking. I had a lot of problems with her rearing. And I just remember this one day I went to... I was hiking her out, and there was a castle near where I was riding, and every time we came to this castle, when she saw sheep, she'd have a little bit of a meltdown. And this particular day she reared really, really high, smashed my head, so I was a little bit dazed, and then reared again and almost went back on me. And it was at that moment I thought, actually, you know what, maybe I'm not good for this anymore, maybe I'm not good enough for this horse. And I really wanted to give up. I felt like I tried everything, you know. I had tried changing her back, I tried getting her back treated, changing the saddle, I tried doing lots of exercises to stretch her back muscles out, and I was just finding that nothing was working at all. And I kept putting it down to, it must be something with the horse, it must be something that she's in pain. But actually it was really hard for me to actually face that it could be down to me, and that I was blaming everyone else and everything else, but not actually looking internally to think actually it could be that I was the fault in the whole thing. And also blaming Rio, poor little Rio. And this is Rio. So you can actually, in that picture, you probably can't see, but she's absolutely steaming. They put her out into the field, and she was a complete stress head. So because she couldn't see the horses, so she was quite stressy in a lot of ways, and that was proving difficult as well, because it wasn't just an easy leave her alone and get on with things. Everything seemed to be a lot of hassle, a lot of work. So after I'd kind of been messing around and having trouble, I then found a strategy that changed everything. And it's a very, very easy to follow system. It's a recipe that anyone can sort of put into play, and it doesn't take a lot of time or effort. And it's a step-by-step system that guides aspiring riders to achieve their goals. Because I'll just quickly go back to Rio, because in this time of my life, I was, in terms of business, I was using lots and lots of strategies. I was reading a lot of audiobooks, and or I say reading, I was listening to a lot of audiobooks, and I was gaining all of this knowledge, but for some reason I just didn't think about applying it into my into the horsey world. So I started thinking about ways that I could start addressing things in a holistic way. So looking at nutrition, looking at weight loss, looking at getting those muscles nice and strong, and also looking at some goals to make sure that I was achieving them with Rio, so that I didn't give up and I didn't sell her and get something a little bit easier. So why is this important to you? Why is this webinar important to most people? And the reason that most people find it, there's a lot of reasons why people want to lose weight, but here's a few of the ones that that really got me. So to take pressure off the horse's back, we in the UK, the average person is overweight by about 3 to 4 stone. In America, it's a lot more. And I'm noticing a lot of the American followers, some of the pictures that they're putting up, it is a lot of pressure on the horse's back. So it is important that we're thinking about that. I mean, if you've got a 17-hand horse and you're a stone overweight, it's probably not going to make that much difference. But if you have a 14-2 or a 15-hand horse and you're 4 or 5 stone overweight, imagine how it would feel if that horse was able to lift up underneath you. Imagine how it would feel to be able to do sort of a medium trot or a fence with that. It's also important to feel flexible in the saddle. If you've got big soft tissue approximation at the front, then that's going to be much harder to do. To feel proud at shows. So and that was a massive thing for me. Like I took a video right at the beginning. That was one of the turning points for me as well, and my bottom was like jiggling, and I thought, I don't want that. Like it never used to be like that, and I was starting to feel self-conscious in my joggers. So some of the little vain things are to be better in photos and videos, to improve the self-esteem, to be healthy as well. Guys, losing weight, people always sort of see it as this big thing, but it's also your health, you know, reducing your risk of heart disease, cancer and stroke, which everyone thinks doesn't happen to them. But I work with people who've had strokes, and it's horrible to see how it affects people. And there's simple things that we can be doing to improve that. So it's for your health, but also for the horse's health. You might be doing it to stop yourself getting out of breath. So fatty tissue does form around the heart, so that can make things difficult with your fitness, and also to tone up so things just look a little bit better, clothes fit a bit better. And some of the reasons that people have failed before is that they sort of say that they don't have enough time, not enough commitment. They start but they don't continue, and they find it painful. So this is things like exercise and weight loss, and it's, you know, it can be hard work sometimes. And for me, I get very, very easily distracted. So the importance of the commitment and discovering your why. So some of the reasons that people fall off the bandwagon is that they don't quite understand the commitment that's needed. And what they also don't understand is it's not a hard thing to do. You don't have to kind of say, right, I'm committing loads and loads to this. You just have to commit to following a very, very simple plan. So what I did is I sat down and got a whiteboard out and said, right, what are the things that I need to achieve success? And I looked at what I've been doing in my business, and I thought, right, I'm going to apply those things. So when you're creating a plan, don't rely on motivation, okay? Because motivation, I don't know if you've read the Chimp Paradox, but what we know about motivation is that's going to fluctuate. So some days you'll be really motivated, some days you won't. But if you understand that actually what you need is to follow a plan, a very, very rigid plan, then actually you don't need to rely on motivation, because all you do is you wake up in the morning and you say, actually, I'm just going to follow the plan. I set very clear 12-week goals, so I break them down sort of into monthly and then weekly and daily goals, and then I started to plan my meals and my gym workouts and my riding schedule as well. So all of this is fitting into weight loss, because if you plan your meals, then you don't suffer from these kind of convenience eating, or for me, it's made such a difference to my life since I've actually started putting meal plans. So basically what I do is I'll do on a Sunday, I might create my salads for the week. And again, people say, oh, salads, I don't like salads, but you can make really, really creative salads, which are really, really tasty and healthy. So I started doing some regular gym workouts. I started sort of fitting them in around my working time. And then with the riding schedules, a lot of people have quite strict riding schedules. So it's just applying the same thing. So I would say, right, okay, I'm going to lunge this day. I'm going to show jump that day. And so that meant that I didn't have, when I woke up in the morning, I didn't have that feeling of, oh, will I ride? Is it raining? I just had to follow the plan. And having that taken away from me, not having to think about it, seemed to really, really help and make me a lot more effective. Once you have a clear plan, all you have to do is stick to the plan. So yeah, really, really powerful thing there, guys. So have a little think about what your 12-week goals, and think about where you would be in 12 weeks if you followed some really simple strategies and goals. Think of what you could achieve. You could be jumping a fence which is half a foot or a foot higher, or for all you youngsters out there, if you work in centimetres, 20 to 30 centimetres more, think about the difference it would make if over a fence you could actually bend down and maintain your position because you strengthen the muscles. Think about how it would feel in your joggers, not to worry about when you're walking around that your jiggly bits aren't jiggling. There's nothing wrong with jiggly bits, guys. If you want them, that's fine. But for me, I didn't want that. I wanted that sort of firm feeling. I wanted to feel happy within my clothes. And for me, I don't worry about scales. I worry about how I feel and what I look like and how my clothes fit. And why will this make you more effective in improving rider fitness and reducing weight? Because you take away that motivational part of it, you take away the kind of decisive part of it. And I'd really urge you to read the Chimp Paradox, because it's definitely changed my life. It's really, really interesting. Understanding your mindset is really important as well. So really focusing on thinking, right, what are the keys to my success? What things do I need to think about that will get me on the straight and narrow? So if you find it hard to motivate yourself to ride at night time, for example, then make sure that you're planning your schedule so that you do it in the morning. So for me, I'm definitely, with my riding, I like getting up, so I normally get up about 6, I might do a couple of hours of work, and then I go and ride the horse, and I will always make sure that I do it in the morning, because I know by the end of the day, that my motivation is not at its peak, so I try and plan my day and be a bit clever about that. The only skill you really need to be successful at this is actually building a discipline at sticking to your plan. So if you can actually stick to your plan and take everything else out of it, so you don't have to think, oh, I've got to do the food, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. Just literally write your plan and then just absolutely stick to it 100%. And if you're feeling that you're falling off the bandwagon, then go into the British Show Jumper group and we'll pull you back up and keep you supported. You need to write the plan down every single day to focus the mindset. So in the morning, I'll spend just 10 minutes, well, not even 10 minutes, it takes me 2 minutes, writing down my 3 main goals. And I try and sort of put those into different sections. So I have like a financial goal, I have a riding goal, and then I have a fitness goal. And you want to make sure that you make them nice and smart as well. Nutrition, everybody thinks that they know what they're talking about with nutrition, and most of us do, but what people don't understand is you don't have to cut out all of the nice things. You just have to be good 80% of the time and then naughty 20% of the time. So I don't restrict my food. I don't say that I can't. My favourite is Snickers ice cream bars. I never say, no, you can't have that, but I look at it and I think, right, okay, what have I had that day? And then I try to make sure that I'm not having loads and loads of those in one day. And again, the example meals, guys, you can have really tasty meals. It doesn't just have to be boring, plain food, but what you need to do is just wean your sugar levels down, because once you reduce your sugar levels, you don't crave it quite so much. So we know that sugar is as addictive as cocaine. When they actually test it in rats, they find that the rats will go get as addicted as cocaine. So it is really important that we try and reduce our sugar intake if we can. That doesn't mean take it out completely, but just reduce it slightly. And this is all about lifestyle changes, and you'll hear this every single day, guys, and I want you, the difference to this is that you actually need to start applying it, because when people say, I've tried everything, I can't lose weight, you know, this is going to upset some people, and I apologise about this, but if you look at the camps in Germany, none of those people were overweight by the end of it. And you could say they're starving or whatever, but it wasn't it wasn't because of their DNA. If you reduce the amount of food that you're eating, the negative calories, for example, not all calories are created equal. So if you're having sort of protein nice and regularly, that's really, really good. So protein is, if you imagine you've got a fire and you want to keep that fire burning all day long, that's your energy level. Protein is like a coal, so it burns for low intensity for long periods of time, so it really keeps your energy at a nice even keel. Something like a carbohydrate, which would be your cereal in the morning, or a piece of bread, what that's going to do is it's like putting kindling on the fire, so it's going to give you a real spike and then it's just going to go. So we want to make sure that we are choosing the right foods so that we have energy the whole way through the day, so that we feel better in ourselves, so we achieve more, we're more productive, and also so that we feel full, but we need to be staying away really from the carbohydrates a little bit, but not taking them out completely. Sticking to a plan is also really good, because it saves a lot of money. You have less waste, so I've been throwing out a lot less, much healthier, and I never restrict the yummy foods. I'm just sensible with them. Yard and gym exercises, so it's really, really key. I actually quite enjoy going to the gym. I know a lot of people don't enjoy going to the gym. They find it difficult with time, which is why you can do a lot of these exercises at the yard, guys. So there's so many things that you can have a little look on YouTube at some of the exercises that I put on there. We've had a little bit of a reshuffle because some of the videos needed to be re-recorded, but you can find exercises to do around the yard. So it could be that you're holding the wheelbarrow and you do some tricep dips, or some bicep curls. You could look at doing a press up on sort of a fence post or something like that. So there's lots of things that you can do around the yard, and you want to try and aim to get yourself sweaty and raise your heart rate. Try to fit in just 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, and you can do them just as you're going along doing the yard stuff. So some of the really, for me, I don't like bingo wings, so I often will try and do like an incline tricep incline press up to begin with against a fence. So that one is where you've got your hands up against the fence, and then you're doing just a press up, but you're in sort of a diagonal position, and then you can do things like lifting a hay bale. You can do things like jumping on and off a hay bale, or a mountain block. You can do speed runs on an uneven surface. You could do that on the grass, or you could do that on a surface school. To look at sort of improving your tummy tone, there's loads of things like you can grab a bag of pellets, put it above your head, bring it down onto the floor. You can do squats. I mean, the list is endless, guys, but the key here, and you may have noticed, is that you need strength training. So depending on your DNA profiling, some people respond better to strength training, and women are so scared of doing strength training. Honestly, I worked with England rugby players, guys. They train every single day and they still can't put weight on. So don't be worried that you're going to get bulky. Just start putting some strength training in, start burning some of those calories, because when you're doing strength training, it's not just as you're doing it, you're then burning those calories over the next 2 to 3 days. So it's really, really important. And also doing interval training is helpful. So doing a little bit of cardio stuff, then doing your strength training, and that just helps to almost trick the body and it burns a little bit more, and also helps your fitness. So if you were just to have a little bit more sort of input during the day, just even like 5 minutes, and just start by doing that and stick to that discipline every single day, do at least for sort of a month to 6 weeks, and you'd be amazed at the toning that you would discover from that. And we're looking at marginal gains, guys, a little bit every single week, so you get closer and closer to the goal that you want, of the body that you want, or the riding ability that you want. Also looking at riding exercises. So if you have completed number 1, this should be an absolute doddle. So you again make sure you've done a really nice clear plan, and again, you want to be getting out of breath and sweaty. Like if you're riding and you're not feeling out of breath, you're not working hard enough. So you could just increase it by a little bit by doing a little bit more trotting. So you might actually sort of increase maybe by 20% normal than you normally would. Be careful depending on how much you're already doing, because you need to be a little bit careful that you don't overuse the horse if they're not used to that. You could look at doing sort of a high seat in canter, and make sure you're pushing till you feel a burn in your quads and your stomach, guys. That pain is not causing you any damage, it's just strengthening the muscles, and it's really, really important. And just changing and tweaking your mindset just a little bit, just by completing an extra 10 minutes when you feel like stopping, that will really, really help to improve your riding, your position, your control. And it's sort of all about those marginal gains. And I can't believe the difference in my fitness from 8 months ago. Really, I've been implementing this stuff properly, because the first 6 months I was just trying to stay on Rio, and actually I've noticed a massive difference just by implementing little things. And sports athletes do the same, guys. They look at marginal gains, they look at working on one particular area and then really strengthening that. So let's just look back over that then. So we've established that you need to find your why. You need to write down your goals every single day and create a plan, really clear plan. And then you don't need motivation, you just follow the plan. You need to address your mindset and understand that the main thing is just to follow the plan. And then you need to look at your nutrition as well, and look at whether there's something you can be doing there to make sure that you're not convenience eating, and remembering to be sort of good 80% of the time, naughty 20% of the time. You want to look at increasing those yard and gym exercises by sort of 10% every day, maybe just adding 10 to 20 minutes, and look at the specific rider exercises as well. You want to be trying to overload every single training session by about 10 minutes. So when you think, oh, I've had enough in the school, go out and do it again, because it will strengthen your horse's muscles and it will strengthen yours too. So I'd like to ask you a question. Do you want to achieve more with your horse and improve your fitness, so you look and feel great? What would that sort of look like to you? Would you be feeling more comfortable at shows? Would you feel that you were more at one with the horse? Would you feel more balanced on the horse? What would that look like to you? And if you're watching, then just make a little comment down below. I can't read the comments as I'm going because I'm recording this on my phone, but I'll check them afterwards, and any questions I'll answer. You can always direct message me if you don't want it on the group. So the British Show Jumper Pro is the course that I use to get me where I am now. So if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed with thinking, okay, so how do I plan my nutrition? I don't know what I need to do. What exercises are the right exercises? What strength exercises are the right exercises? and what's going to keep me focused. What do I need to understand about mindset if I've been feeling a little bit anxious? What do I need to know about mindset? And because I went through these struggles myself, guys, I said, actually, you know what? I'm going to put together a plan. I'm going to use my expertise from business. I'm going to use my expertise from riding and sort of merge them together and create something that can help other people. So I just wanted to ask you whether that's something that I can share with you. And I hope you don't mind me doing that, but I really, really think that it will help you. So what that would mean if you go through this program is that you don't have to go through the confusion, you don't have to go through the frustration, you don't have to go through 6 months of being bucked off and trying to work out what was going on with my mindset that meant that I couldn't achieve it. And guys, I came from a level that I was very, very confident. I mean, I had 10 years out, but I'd done a little bit of riding in between. I was quite a confident person. I was a fairly good rider when I was in my teens. And also to save you the hassle of going through the falls as well, and the fear of that. I mean, I can't guarantee that you're not going to fall off because I don't know your horse, but definitely, hopefully, if you could learn something from all of my falls, that would be great. And I also want to just give you the hours of studying business books, the physio degree, the postgraduate degree, and the hundreds of hours that I've done researching this and gaining this knowledge, all that I went through, and I just want to share that with you. So I want to help to teach you a strategy for long-term success. Tell you understand it doesn't have to be hard or confusing, because actually it's hard and confusing if you have to work it out from scratch. But if you have a structured plan and a training videos that teach you every step of the way, then that can be nice and helpful. And I want to help you feel part of this community, which, you know, the British Show Jumper, I never imagined it was going to be like this. It's just such a lovely community of people who are all striving for the same thing, and I hope that'll be able to help you. So just looking at this, what you get with the British Show Jumper Pro, which is this 12-week program. So it's the only 12-week course that provides goal setting, nutrition, rider-specific exercise and accountability coaching calls. The accountability, guys, is really, really important, because so often when you have a course like this, you just go away and don't implement it. And something that's not implemented, it's never going to work. Like, it's so important. I want you to look at the meal plans and the shopping list inside there, and so it gives it all there for you guys. So you literally download your shopping list, so you don't even have to. You just literally pick it up, go and get. It tells you how much it's all going to cost based on a local supermarket that I've looked at that week, and so it helps you to save money, but also to eat a really nice healthy diet. It gives you example 12-week plans with example goals and time blocking systems. So time blocking is very, very important as well. It gives you educational videos on mindset coaching and dealing with failure. So many people give up, guys, because they can't cope with the fear of failure, and some of the training in here is really, really valuable. And I actually go through and talk through all of these different things to help people overcome that. It shows you the videos of the gym exercise, the yard exercises, the riding exercise to help improve core flexibility in the saddle, as well as the strength and conditioning training. You've got week group coaching calls to share success, failures, and to discuss solutions. And you've got me, a motivational coach, to ask questions and push you forward. Guys, I will push you. I care about your success, and it's so. Oh, actually, I put that there. I really, really care about your success. I want this British Show Jumper community to help each other, because we could be achieving so much with the aspiring riders in the UK at the moment, and it shouldn't be that you have to have a rich dad to buy you loads of ponies. I want you to see that actually you can achieve success if you stay disciplined and you apply the business strategies that I've put together in this course. So today, for the webinar, I'm going to be doing a bonus with today's offer. So this offer will just be for today. You won't get any of these extras in with it. So you get everything that's on here. I'm just going to go through it again with you guys. So you get the 12-week course that provides the goal setting, nutrition, accountability course. You get the meal plans and the shopping list. So it literally has it all laid out for you. Just download the shopping list, and then it shows you all of the different meal plans. And what meals you should be having on what day. You've got an example 12-week plan with example goals, so you can just literally take your goals and put them in, and it's got the time blocking, so you don't have to prepare anything. You've just got a sheet that you put everything into. You've got educational videos on mindset coaching and dealing with failure, which is so important. You've also got the videos of the gym, yard exercise and running exercises, coaching calls, and the motivational coach myself to push you forward. And as a bonus to that, what you're going to get is a 30-minute coaching call with me. So we're going to just dissect everything that you're doing at the moment and try and push you forward to the next level. I'm going to provide some video analysis for you for a before and after. So this really motivates me, guys. When I see your video of your riding before, and then we see where you are at 12 weeks, and we can tailor this to whatever you need. So if you need, if you're really focused on the weight loss, if you're really focused on the control around your pelvis, then we can do that, and I can get you to do videos of different things, and we can do, yeah, that Skype call, the coaching call, will help to outline those things. And then you'll actually get Voxer access to me. So some people don't know what Voxer is, but it's a sort of a system where you can walkie-talkie me. So I'm a little bit of a difficult person to get hold of because I work quite long hours in my physiotherapy clinics. I'm obviously riding as well, and I'm running the British Show Jumper. So you will be able to send me a message, and I will literally get back to you and tell you what you should be doing. So the total value of that, guys, of the course as it stands, it's normally a $599 course. And then with the 30-minute coaching call from me, the video analysis, and then the Voxer access to me, that's a total value of $995. And what I'm going to be doing today is an offer price of $167. So if you buy today, what we will be doing is you'll get all of those added extras as well as the 12-week training course. So if all this did, guys, was help you to get a little bit more flexibility within your hips, would it be worth it? If you were able to go out to a show and feel more confident in your jobbers and not be jiggling quite so much, would that £167 be worth it? If you were able to get a better connection with your horse, then would it be worth it? And you're never going to lose an investment in yourself. This knowledge you can keep, and this course you can keep implementing and replicating again and again in different aspects of your life, but also different aspects of riding. So it might be that the first 12 weeks you say, right, okay, I want to get the weight off to take the weight off the horse's back. Boom. So you implement that for 12 weeks. You know that if you're going to be the first, oh sorry guys, this isn't for everybody. I can't have everyone on a Voxer. This is going to be for the first 10 people that buy. So the offer price is $167, but it's going to be for the first 10 people that buy with this, because there's no way I can have more than that. So sorry about that, I meant to say that. And so if all this did as well, guys, is allowed you to extend into a medium trot and actually feel the horse moving underneath you and not feel that you're restricting them because of hip tightness or soft tissue approximation. And if all this did was allow you to feel more comfortable going over cross-country fences, have a better improved balance, it might be that actually you're more interested in this type of program to overcome your fear. So maybe it's just that you'll be able to get back on your horse, or maybe this would be able to help you not have to sell your horse because you can get those clear goals, and you can take sort of that mindset coaching and that fitness coaching and the exercises to get your confidence back, and that would be amazing. I'd absolutely love it if we got people back and had a better relationship with their horses. So if you guys have any questions, what I'd like you to do is put them down in the comments box below. I'm going to just answer a few different questions now that I've had from other webinars, because it's going to be a bit tricky for me to go onto my phone because you won't be able to see the slide. So the sort of questions that I've had from previous webinars have been, do you have a refund policy? Of course, we have a full refund policy for the first 28 days, so that's never a problem. Other people have said, how do I know if this is right for me? Like, is this specifically for eventing? Is it show jumping? Is it dressage? And this course can be applied to any level. So if you are an amateur and you're looking at just having a few simple goals, it could be as simple as, I want to be able to perform a sitting trot without stirrups on, without feeling like I'm going to fall off my horse. It might be that I want to lose a stone to take the pressure off my horse's back. It could be that you're actually more of an elite rider and you think, actually, I want to be able to jump a 120 round. That's my goal at the moment, guys, to be able to, by the end of this year, jump a 120 round. And you know, that was a big goal for me last year. I was on a horse that I couldn't even sit on. She was trying to butt me off, rear me off every single time I rode her. So that was a big goal, you can either be setting big goals or you can be setting little goals. But this process, this 12-week plan, you might decide that you want to take one aspect of it, but it can benefit so many people. Yeah, if you're not sure whether it's for you, I hope that's giving you some reassurance, but you can always again ask questions in the box below and I can answer those. Other things that people ask me is what happens after the 12 weeks. So after the 12 weeks, what you'll do is you'll always have access to this course. So it's not like the course is just going to go away, but the coaching calls will finish after your 12 weeks. You can continue the coaching. I mean, a lot of people come on because they realise how beneficial it is. A lot of people do continue to have coaching afterwards, but that's an option if you want it. But you will still be able to access all of the videos and the templates and the meal plans. It will just give you the 12 weeks and up to date. And other people ask, why is it so cheap? So, you know, when you put in all of the different modules that are in this course, I mean, guys, it's a lot when you go inside. Let me take you inside. How do I get out of this? Let me show you what we've got in here. So this is the British Show Jumper Pro here. And so first of all, you get your welcome video, and then you're going to get your challenge. So when you sign up to this, what will be happening is, because so many people feel overwhelmed, what I did is I created a whole module on how to get started with it all. So you'll receive an email every single day for the first week, which will take you through all of the common reasons that people what they feel they need help with. And so you'll get that support. You'll get me in your inbox every single day, supporting you, teaching you about different things, and then we start working through all the different ones. So you've got your mindset. So that's, you can just see some of the modules here. So how to manage fear, continual professional development, so that's really key in your success. How failure leads to success, so I go dive deep into that. Expectations, how to use the nutrition module, and then the challenge is I get you to do like little things each day to try and get you closer to your goal. So it might be, we look at the manifesto, so what it means to be a Queenie, which is what the followers call themselves. We look at goal setting, we look at the activities you need to do to try and push you forward. Then we look at all the mindset modules. So again, this is, and you can see, guys, there's loads and loads of content here. So this isn't going to be something that you do overnight. You've got the downloads here, which you can plug everything into, and this sort of takes you through all of the different things. So again, 12-week goals, breaking down your goals, strategies for success, writing down the plan, community, sticking to the plan, fitness goals, weight goals, skill goals. So it gives you loads and loads of advice and on what you can formulate. You look at the nutrition side of it. So the nutrition, you're going to look at getting your weekly shopping list, you're going to get your weekly plans, your breakfast recipes, your lunch recipes, your evening recipes, your snack recipes, and then we go to the gym exercises. And guys, you can see huge amount of information here. So I hope that helps you. So I'm going to, how am I going to do that? I'm going to put this one into the comments box in a minute when I finish, and then that will take you through and you can buy. So it will be the first 10 people, guys, will get the offer. So let me just come back to, oh, sorry, that's my GDPR. Let me come back to this one here. So remember, the first 10 people to buy from this offer, I'm not going to be doing this one again, will get a 30-minute coaching call with me, the video analysis before and after, and then you're going to get the Voxer access to me for a month to get you started and make sure that you've got supported every step of the way. And I'm not going to do it for that price. I'm going to be, I mean, I could sell you for that if you think about the time that I'm going to be spending with you for this stuff. This is going to push you forward, guys, and it'll be worth its weight in gold, I promise you. With 12 weeks of me telling you what to do and bossing you around. Of course, it's not for everyone. Like, you need to commit. Like, you need to absolutely commit and say, this is the number one thing that I'm going to do over the next 12 weeks. But I know I can help you be successful, and things that you may have failed at before with all of this educational information, with me supporting you, and our 30-minute coaching call as well, will push you to success. Right, I'm going to bring you back around to me. Hi guys, sorry, that was a long webinar. So yeah, if you have any questions, please comment in the box below. And it's been really nice to share. Hi, all the people that are on at the moment. It's nice to see you. And yeah, any questions, I'll put the link below, and I'll catch up with you soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye.